We'll find out. Okay, adding to our table of contents, page 6, which is this guy right here. Page 6, it is our summary. And then page 7 is our classwork for today. The homework is on Google Classroom. It is a Google form like before. Did I have you guys on Friday? You were the first class on Friday, that's right. So on Friday, our homework was to finish the mix review. So I think I said do like 80% of it. So is the mix review, you had to do some of the front and some of the back and then take a picture of it. So if you've not done that already, you have time to still do that. Questions? Do you need more time copying the, yes. Okay, update the calendar. I'm going to start. Yeah. I'm looking at you guys. I was watching you, making sure that we were done. Were we not done? No. You still need it? I'll put it back up there later. Okay, so for the surface area and volume summary page, we've got a prism like this. When we unfold our prism, we have a net, and I'm going to show you what a net looks like. I think of getting stuff from Amazon, and when you go to recycle the box, you do what to the box? You break it down. So a net is this. I know it's kind of blurry. A net is a two-dimensional representation of a three-dimensional figure. So these guys right here that are all rectangles, I know it looks like a square. It might be a square, but we're going to call them rectangles. These are your lateral faces. They fold up and surround our two congruent top and bottom. These are our bases. So this is our base. This is another base, and then here are my lateral faces. Use this information when we're figuring out the surface area and the volume. So if I wanted to find the lateral area, that's just this part right here, okay? What is this whole thing? It is a very long rectangle. So where one of my sides is the height of the whole thing times the base, which would be what? What is that length?
4.
No. What is the length?
3.
It would be the perimeter of the base. Do you see it? This is one side of the base, another side of the base. There's four sides. This would be the perimeter of the base. Does that make sense or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so keep that in mind because we're going to use that information for filling out these. So start at the beginning, a very good place to start, where we have, we name these figures based off of the base itself. What is the base here? Yeah, it looks like a rectangle. It looks like something like that. It's a rectangular prism. How do I find the area of that base? It's a parallelogram. What's the formula for a parallelogram? Little b, little h. Little b, little h talk about the base and the height of your base. Little b, little h. Little b, little h. Let's suppose I had a triangle instead of a parallelogram. What would be the formula for the triangle? 1/2 base times height, yeah. I'm going to just draw the shape and then draw an arrow. Or draw an equal sign. You said 1/2 base times height. What's another thing that you can think of that we might use? You can use your maze to help you find one. What other bases do you see? Or are they all parallelograms and triangles? I see trapezoids, yeah. So trapezoid, draw it however you wish. What's that formula?
1/2.
Oh yeah, I like that one. Sorry. I started doing 1/2, but no, 1/2 times it is the same thing. But base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. I like that. And then there's one formula that might not be on there, but we do use, and you might have it for the homework, is a polygon. So a regular polygon, that is what formula? Apothem times perimeter divided by 2. Yeah. Very good. Should we just do all of the prism stuff and then go to the cylinder stuff? Is that okay? Yeah, okay. So the lateral, we talked about that. That was a very long rectangle. What would be the area or surface area of the lateral faces? The LA. So you're going to unbox, you're going to break down this rectangular prism and find the area of the lateral faces. What do you think? Do you need to see it again? Yeah, okay. Let's look at it. What's the base?
4.
No, it's not 4. We already talked about this. You told me 4, you told me 3, and I said no. What did I say this is? It's the perimeter of the base. So capital P for perimeter. So it is the perimeter times the, and then what is this part? No, it's the edge, but it's the what part of the prism? So I have the, no, it's the height, yeah. So we unfold it. We have the perimeter times the height, but this time we use a capital H because we're talking about the height of the prism. Big H, not little h. Little h is the height of the base. Big H is talking about the height of the whole thing, the prism. You know it's the height of the whole thing. It doesn't always end up being at the side of it. It's always, though, between the two heights. It's always, it's in between the two bases. So whatever this guy is and whatever this guy is, that's the height. The rest of it is cake, okay? So surface area, what do we need to add to it? We know we have the perimeter plus the height, perimeter times the height, but we also have to add in what parts did I not include. So I have to add in the bits that I didn't include. The bases, how many bases do I have? 2, right? I have the top and the bottom. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. Volume is what? Yep, area of the base times the height. It's whatever is the area of the base times the height. That's always going to be the volume. So we know that's going to be the volume down here. Okay. Questions? Comments? We good? Okay. What type of base is the cylinder? Always? It's always a circle? Okay, I was like, is it always? That was my question. Pi r squared is the area of the base. It's always going to be a circle. That is in fact true. When I unfold the cylinder, what type of shape do you think is created? What do you think? A rectangle. I have it right here. Do we agree? It's a rectangle. Yeah? Kids, we're good?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good? Okay. I'm going to show you on here. So, yeah, it does look like what kind of symbol? It does, totally. It does totally look like a division symbol. But when you unfold it and cut off the top and cut off the bottom, like you have a can of soup and you like use an X-Acto blade and cut it open, you would get something like this. It wouldn't look as perfect as this because we're not perfect when we cut things. But yeah, this is it. Questions? Okay. Let's go to this part. So my lateral area would be what times what? When you unfolded it, what ended up being the length of that rectangle? Yeah, it's what's the circumference. Okay, what is the circumference? 2 pi r times the h. So you can use either CH, which is what I use, or you can use the actual circumference formula. And then the surface area would be what? Circumference times height plus 2b. It's the same idea, but we use the circumference instead of the perimeter, and then you can plug in the formulas. So CH is same thing as here, 2 pi r. Is everyone okay with that being the circumference formula? Yeah. 2 pi r times h plus 2, and then what's the area of the base? We got it right here. Pi r squared, yeah. And then I have the volume formula, but does that ever change? Does the base ever change? No. So I can go ahead and plug in what B is. Pi r squared h, question mark? Did I do that right? It's been a long day. I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. Yeah, question mark. Oh, and you're questioning mark? Ah, but I get it. Why? Why extra credit for that? I got you. Okay. Variables, lots of them. Just letting you know what I use for what. Capital letter means it's talking about the big version of it. So capital B is the base area. Capital P is the perimeter of the base. Capital H is the height of the prism. So keep that in mind. And then the lowercase ones are typically talking about just the base. Just the base. Any questions on that? Does it make sense?